Late to the party, so you know I got to dance, honey. Ready for Love, Season 2, Episode 11. All is fair in love. Stay tuned. Hello and welcome to Locks, Coffee, and Combo. I'm your girl, C. Nicole. This is the place where we invite you to pull up, pour yourself a cup of something nice and strong, and let's chat. We are back for another review, baby. And I am late this week. I had a sick grandbaby, so I had to play nurse. So I am behind on this review, but honey, it's so good. I'd have did it next Saturday, honey. It was so good. We picked up right where we left off at this week. Our brew of the day is actually tea today. Bigelow's Refresh. It's that time of year. My husband got a cold. My grandbaby got a cold. I got to lubricate and try to keep things going so I can come here and chat with you all. So I'm getting some Refresh today. And honey, I think I need it for this week, honey. Really good. Has turmeric and a whole lot cinnamon, a whole lot of great things to keep those insides nice and toasty. We pick up right where we left off. Brent and London, and it ends like I thought it would. Brent walks away. He said he just didn't want to be disrespected. But what I did mention last week is that Alexis, honey, she was like so quick with that yes. Can I talk to you? Yes. If I would have been Brent, I'd have just walked away from that yes. Like, oh, we over here talking. So disrespectful. But anyway, he could have stayed because London told Alexis that, you know, I've always told you we got a connection. We need to, you know, work on this. And she hit him with the high five. High five. I'm done with this conversation. The shade of it all, honey. So they go back. He walks back into the forest. Somebody said alone. And they go back to the fire pit, and then ultimately Brent and Alexis ends up in her room for the night. Oh, that's what we doing. Then we have them go back to Atlanta, and nephew Tommy throws a group dinner so they can debrief about Blue Ridge. So Alexis tells us that she is just over London. You know, his behavior there was at Blue Ridge was not up to her standard. But she gonna make him jealous though. So she put on her freakum skirt. Okay, her mini skirt. And she sachets on up in there. So we have everybody back. But what I didn't talk about is Mario and Riva. So before then, we have the scene where Mario and Riva meet up for a dinner. He invites out. And baby Riva, honey, she said, if I'm going out with it. And she had on this bad peach outfit, honey. She sashayed up in there. And in a nutshell, she tells Mario that she's self-eliminating. Have no problem with that. Everybody, you know, I thought she did it back at the fire pit, but okay. She's out, you know. She says she thinks he's found what he wanted in Tundi, and she's gonna be a lady and leave. Here go the problem. Mario was the problem. I thought, and honey, today I'm here for it. I ain't got but a few minutes, but I'm gonna give you a mixtape. I thought somebody production should have cued, is this the end? I wanna know. I gotta know. Wanna know. Is this the end? Mama told me that one day this was gonna happen, but she never told me when. She said it would happen when I watched my shoulder, which it would have happened then. Is this the end? Y'all know that old New Edition cut? Mario was acting like he was shocked, surprised, and amazed. He wanted to hold her hands. She told him she felt like the whole thing had been forced. We all felt that way, Mario. He was like, well, why didn't you tell me you felt like it was forced? Really, bruh? Why you acting like that? You got Tundi. Y'all got chemistry. Y'all been kicking it. You and Reva ain't been able to get up off the bench. What's the problem, bruh? Bruh, what's the problem? But he tells us that he has the only child syndrome. And today, baby, I'm a psychiatrist. At least I play one on TV. Let me put my white coat on. Now, my pastor says this all the time. He says he has the only child syndrome. I'm an only child by default. My brother died. But I understand that sense of entitlement, you know. Mario has a sense of entitlement. He wants what he wants. That's what he said, literally. And that I understand. But you knew you and Reva hadn't struck a flame, pull a match out of a box, nothing. Like, why would you be doing this? And if I'm watching the replay and I'm Tundi, I'm feeling some type of way. Like, you should have been thanking her for taking the journey with you. You wish her well. You know her Mr. Right is out there. You don't want to stand in her way. He having all kinds of... I said, boy, if you don't go somewhere and sit down, Mario, I got my good eye on you. Okay, so back at the debrief dinner, Nephew Tommy goes around and he takes the temperature of everybody, as Mario and Tundi. And he said since Reva self-eliminated, he can put all his time and energy in him and Tundi. Well, basically, she was getting 95% of it anyway, according to Reva. So, okay, we'll go with that. Darren and Ashima, you know, he asked Ashima, Shima hit him with the, and this makes sense again, I'm a psychiatrist today. She said she had liquor and her emotions mixed in the same bowl. Girl, you did. Because I kept saying she was doing a little bit too much. You know, she was like, he had already told her she was the one. But yeah, but that makes sense. Hey, I'll give you that. And he said that she, you know, cleared it up. And so they're moving forward. Then we get to the triangle, square, hexagon, whatever the other folk got going on. So he asked Alexis about the Blue Ridge experience. And she said the cabin was a shit show. Okay, that's how you feel? Because the London that she knew was not at Blue Ridge. Now, I have given London a really hard time. I'm still going to give him a hard time. But I do understand him today. I'm a psychiatrist. I'm finna diagnose this conversation for y'all real quick. London told us last episode that this whole time he had been trying to get Alexis to just focus on him. Now, I told y'all last week, baby, she didn't get the memo. And he thought he was on The Bachelor. I stand by that. I'm still right there. But I'm going to give London 10 seconds of our time. What he needed for her to do is because London is an alpha male. We know an alpha male. And I remember seeing a clip from season 1 of Ready to Love when Mike said, I'm a lion. I'm a lion. You know, he's a big girl, early guy. He said, I'm going to take Shay, drag her back over to the cub, to the cave, and I'm gonna talk to her. I attack and drag, you know. That's London. London wanted Alexis to make him her only option. I guarantee she would have walked away with London. He wanted her. He desired her more than he did Divine. And we're gonna get to that too in just a hot pair of seconds. But if Alexis hadn't started paying Brent attention at Blue Ridge, they would have been a couple at this dinner. She'd have been gushing and blushing and batting her big eyes. All he wanted her to do is make him the only option and he was going to choose her. I really believe that because he desired her more than he desired Divine. I don't think that none of these people got a connection. I think the only connection is us, the audience. We connected, y'all. We connected. But none of them connected. But it's some chemistry definitely going on, some attraction going on. And I think for London, he's more compatible with Divine, I believe. But he was more attracted and desired Alexis more. And he was planning to drag her on back to the cave, but he needed to know that he was her only option. Men like London are not going to entertain you and make you the one if you got options. He not, because he ain't wanting to get played. He's an athlete. He ain't trying to get played. So after he realized, oh, now it's Brent, he said, where Brent come from? That's where he said last week. Where he come from, y'all? Like, he started, hold up. You're doing too much. So at the dinner, she tells them that London had really affirmed to her that she was the one, and he probably had. He had probably said things, not exactly, and we're going to get to that too in a pair of seconds, not exactly, but things that made her feel like she was the one. We get to Blue Ridge, and he's not coming out the gate saying, me and Alexis, you know, it's us, it's us. So Brent right over here, fine as he want to be. So of course she gonna pay him attention, and so therefore there could be no London and Alexis, because London does not want a woman that's not gonna make him the only option. So I could take the jacket off. So that's what happened. So she went to read him like a bad mystery novel, honey. She said that wasn't the London that she knew. That ain't what he was saying, baby. She was giving him shooting shade at Divine, and honey, production, y'all a mess. Y'all done put Brent over there at the children's table. He's sitting over there with Ashima and Darren. It is Alexis, Divine, and London at this table, right? As she going on how he had already chose her. That's what it was. And he got down there at Blue Ridge and flipped the script on her, honey. And she gave it to him. Now he's sitting there looking like Gumpy. What he have on? With his hat on, and my daddy said, take your hat off at the dinner table, boy. And just looking a hot mess, and she hitting him and giving him a brow beating. And we all like, okay. Even Mario says she was doing too much. Now he again with the pot and the kettle situation with him, but she was doing too much. If you had a great weekend with Brent, then when Nephew Tommy hit you with how did it go for you, you should have been, well, I was disappointed, but also delighted, you know, by the amazing time I had with somebody that I had not even considered. But you over here, Brent should have been sitting in the cut like, oh, it was a show. I done been knight in shining armor. I done been superhero, everything. And you, a shit show? That's what you give us? But that's what she said it was, honey. But I'm with Brent now. That's basically what she said. Like, I'm with Brent now. So what happened was Nephew Tommy being slick and shady. Honey, I just put my fur coat on and bathed in that shade. He asked Brent where he slept. Where he stayed. Brent said in Alexis' room. Well, London said that was a no-go for him. Somebody said looked like London was getting in bunk beds. He all alone in the bunk bed, and Brent all laid back. Now I don't think they slept together personally. I don't think they, you know, had anything intimate. I think they probably just laughed, talked, had one of those intimate nights, but not intimate nights. But honey, he said he slept in her room. She said London was just mad because another man was in her bed and it wasn't him. Oh, that's what we doing. Okay. But I did feel a little something for London in that moment. He still creeps me out. But I feel like he genuinely wanted Alexis to be his last pick, to be his number one. But he needed her to make him number one first. And they were in this sort of battle with one another. They didn't want to give. And so now they got these other two people being a best laid plan. so to speak. So I definitely think that put him in a headspace. He said that he can't believe Divine was still answering his calls after how he acted. We can't either. Like, oh my God. You was down there running after Alexis like a dog on a bone, on a hunt for a bone, and Divine was just sitting back in the cut. So we all can't either. But when Brent said that he slept in Alexis' room, we saw your face. I wanted to break out in a verse of, I saw you and him walking in the rain, holding hands, and I'll never be the same. I saw you and him walking in the rain, holding hands, and I'll never be the same. And baby, that old Orange Shoe Jones, my 80s babies, where y'all at? Y'all know I fell for London in that moment. I really did. I was like, oh, boys just got to go on and go with Divine. That's it. He said he can't stick around for this. So Nephew Tommy tells them to go out on a date with a person you feel like you truly have a connection with, so you can get some clarity and the answers that you need. So that's what they do. Ashima and Darren have a gym date, and I thought it was cute. She came all in. She said, you've been trying to get me in the gym for weeks, and I'm a girl that eat pork chops, cookies, chips, ice cream, candy, everything. And I'm attracted to the trainer. And that's like, they really give us the opposites attract thing. And I do believe the opposites do attract. Tandy says that about her and Mario. It does give you a sense of balance, you know. I thought their date was cute. She did work out and did what he told them. Now, I like Darren. I've said that on the last video. He's very practical. He makes sense to me. But on this date, he gave us that he was talking at her and not with her. And I don't know how that's going to work out. I've said that they could make it if they compromise, and most of the compromise is going to have to be on her part. But most time women aren't willing to give more than men, so that may work. They need to take it slow because they need to get some things worked out. He was sounding like he was the schoolmaster and she was the student. This is what we're going to do. We're not going to raise our voices. We're going to use our inside voices. We're going to look at me. We're not going to go out there and ask our fellow classmates. If we got a question about these assignments, we're going to come straight to our teacher, right? I was like, Darren, you been a little harsh there, ain't you? But, you know, I like when somebody gives me instructions, though. I do. I'm the type of person, if you don't like loud talk, you need to let me know you don't like loud talk. Because if you don't let me know and I've got to figure that out and find that out, we're going to have loud talk all the time. So I can appreciate it, but I think his approach was a little bit harsh, a little bit off. You know? What y'all think? Comment down below. But I definitely, you know, I think they could make it. I know Ashima likes Darren. That's the one thing I know about this show. It's just like in grade school when you say, you like me? Check yes or no. It's a big check for Ashima. She likes him. And I think he enjoys her company. I just don't think they're in the same place yet. But they can get there. So their date was cool. Then we had London and Divine. Now the London, he creeps me out. But he gets some points today because he came in and told her he know that she shouldn't even be answering his phone calls. He knew that she, you know, in other words, you should have gave me the big sour knot. And I said that in my last video. I said her and Reva both, y'all good girlfriends. Y'all could have left as a pair, as a package deal. You know, Divine said she had checked out. She said in her confessionals before the date, but she was going to take the date. So he get there and he say, Like, what is that? What you thinking? Like, in other words, I know I done screwed up. And this is psychiatrist 101. I know I'm wrong, so let me tell you that I know that I don't deserve a second chance. Then the person who giving the second chance is like, oh, well, you know you wrong. Maybe I should listen. And I think that's what happened with him and Divine. Now, his speech to me was the I'm settling for you speech. That's how I felt. Like, Divine, you saw it differently, and that's fine. But to me, it was like, I'm settling for you. That Alexis thing got on my last nerve. I can't with her. He probably was thinking, I can't. And you the only thing left. That's how I felt. But he went all around the world and said he knew he had to do damage control. And she said, look, I'm sitting out here in the bright sunlight and I'm in the dark. And I know why she felt that way, because I feel like London gave her the same assurances he was giving Alexis, which is what pissed Alexis off. Because Alexis was thinking, if you were giving me these assurances that I'm the one, we at the point in the game where you need to let the other chick know. Divine felt the same way. She just wasn't real abrupt with it like Alexis. So I feel like he was playing it so, I said this last video, so safe, and this is our bubble and this is our bubble, until we don't know. Because I assume I'm number one all along. And she said something really poignant. If you asked me anytime in this journey who my number one was, it was you. I never had no problem telling anybody. You lied at her house. We all know that beautiful bean footage. And told her you would ride off in the sunset with her, but you were still entertaining and still in love with, not in love with, but in lust with this other chick. But you kept me on the string. But anyway, they come to some sort of agreement. We're going to stay on this show. That's the agreement they came to. We're going to ride this to the end. And he tells her she's number one. That was awkward for me to watch. I didn't enjoy that at all, because it felt disingenuous. It felt like he knew that she deserved better, but he couldn't give her better. You know, that's what it was. He knew she deserved better, but he couldn't give her better. And that's I don't know. But anyway, they say they together. Then we had the date with Alexis and Brent. And Brent tells her he knows he's number two. But I really think what he was telling her is that, you know, look at me. Take a good look. I ain't gonna never be willing to be number two. But, you know, he tells her, like, okay, I know I'm number two. I'm digging you. I made you my number one, but I don't think you've made me your number one. Well, because this is what she's good at. She's good at coy and soft and draw in. So she tells him that, you know, she appreciated how he took care of her at Blue Ridge when she was feeling upset about another man. He put on the cape and the Superman cape and became a hero for her, and she really appreciates that. And the best thing about Blue Ridge was the two of them. The most interesting thing about Blue Ridge was the two of y'all. But I digress. So they come in and you know, she says he said they should take a trip. Girl, I don't think y'all ever gonna take that trip, because she still won't London. But he, you know, he agrees that they can move forward. Then we had a really cute day with Tandy and Mario. They went to a clay place where you can make the pottery, having that ghost moment, you know, with Patrick Swayze. And he tells her now that Reva's out the picture, hey, they can move forward. She said she wasn't never worried about Reva in the first place. And she probably wasn't, because he wasn't worried about Reva. That's why I couldn't understand why he was having all those moments when Reva self-eliminated. He never had Reva worried about Reva, and so why did she worry about it? But anyway, he gives her a clay ring, and he tells her that he asked her how she feels about them, and she said she been seeing them together. And I think they got a chemistry. I don't see a connection anywhere. Like I told y'all, we connected, the audience, we connected. But I definitely think they have chemistry. They're opposites. They give good heat. They give good TV. So I think so. I think that she really digs him, and I think he digs her. I think she intrigues him. So they have a little discussion about the other couples and who should, go to the end. And of course they said who gonna join us in the final three. And of course they assume Darren and Ashima. And then they get to talking about it's not a triangle, square, octagon, hexagon, whatever that other situation is. So we get to the end and we have dual time with Nephew Tommy. The guys at the cigar bar, the women are at the wine bar. And we find out that Darren's father has had a heart attack and he's had to go to Detroit, and prayers up to him. I know people were trying to figure out, we could maybe go on his social media page and figure out, hopefully everything worked out with his dad. And so he's not there, but it's Brent, Mario, and London. And Nephew Tommy is asking them, where they stand. And Mario say him and Tandy good. They good. And of course, London says that him and Divine are solid. And Brent says that him and Alexis are also in a good space. So then the question comes up, well, if we can only have 3 couples, who gonna go home? And so Mario and London both said, well, this thing with Brent and Alexis is brand new, and he should be the one to go home. Oh, he said he felt a little shade. I did too, Brent. Like, oh, that's how both y'all feel? Okay. Well, we get over to the ladies at the wine bar, and he, they find out, Ashima tells them that Darren has had to go, to see about his father. And then they get into, just how you feeling. And everybody feels like their connection, old or new, is solid. So then Nephew Tommy hits Ashima with it can't be but 3 couples, so who should go? Ashima like, you put a sister on the spot when he's me to scratch my car, but she says London playing. Tandy say London playing. Now here go the key to the rest of this conversation. Tandy says she thinks London's playing. Ashima says she thinks London is playing. Of course, Divine doesn't think London is playing. She says what they have is solid. That's where we are. 2 people think that London is playing. That's where we are. And I said that London was playing this little game he had with those 2 women. The difference between him and Mario was Mario said, I got a closer one with this one, but I'm trying to figure it out with this one. And he would have been better off doing that as well. What? And why did Alexis have to come like a ninja with knives? Somebody tell me. The other 2 women, neutral to the conversation, said they felt like he's playing. All she would have had to say was, London was playing both of us. I don't think he's ready to love. And Brent has shown himself amazing. Our connection is solid. It's new, but it's great. And that'd been it. Ugh, baby, she turned state evidence, didn't she? So first of all, if you tell me, let me put my fur coat back on, pulled out that shade and was like, well, Alexis, you've been on quite a journey. There was Jimmy, there was Carrie, there was London, now Brent. And don't forget, she took a date with Terrell and just couldn't go through with it. So half of the 10, girl, you tasted, so to speak. So she said, yeah, she didn't deny that, but Brent is the one. That's all she had to say. London is playing and Brent is the one. Baby, she started telling Divine that he's been lying to you. He said you made it too easy. He said that you were too aggressive. He never wanted kids. He don't want a woman with kids. You got kids. Everything she could think of. And I don't know which song on my mixtape I should sing for her. Should it been I don't wanna be a ex. We're too good at being friends. I don't wanna hang up on a thump. You know, that's new school. I'm old school. So, but I was like, do you still want him? Like, why is you giving this? Okay, you with Brent now. She said everything is solid. The other women agreed with you. Why? Baby. Then she hit with, well, he called on a 3-way call. Now, girl, do we still do 3-way calls? I didn't know. I was on there being silent mouse while he caught you up in the lie when you said he had made you number one. We all confused, girl. Who does that? And I don't know if I believe that or not. I do believe London was giving them both the same story. I think he wanted Alexis, but I think he was keeping Divine in a prime position. Okay? And so I don't know if he knew that Alexis was so messy boots till I'm gonna do this. And then it's like chatting with JoJo said on her video, amazing vlogger. She said that she could have got on the phone, but what he said was something like, you know, I hadn't been able to really make a decision, or, you know, I'm not there yet. So your messy butt would think, well, that means that he ain't chose her. Like, he ain't got on the phone with Divine and say, I didn't tell you that you was number. He ain't did that. He's trying to keep y'all both in the same. He ain't did that, Alexis. So I don't know if I believe that he was talking about. I don't think I believe it. I don't think he was talking about Divine like a dog to Alexis, unless he picked up on that's what she needed, because he's a player. So maybe he did. I don't know. But girl, I would not have come there and told it, because it made her look bad. Everybody like, you was on the phone? Then she gonna say she was trying to protect Divine's feelings. Divine said, hold up. I don't need nobody to protect me, especially not you. I don't even know you. But baby, the shade of the night. Put my scarf and my coat on. Was, girl, your pain. You need to get some help about your pain. And I was feeling the same way. And then she said, girl, you with Brent now? And 3 weeks ago, you couldn't even pronounce his name right? Calling him Brett. Divine is the cool chick. I've said this every video. She is the cool chick. I was thinking the same thing, girl. You know you don't want. You said that the first date at the oil bar was horrible. Now all of a sudden he done showed himself to be perfect. Girl. And then I thought the way they was going back and forth, that we was going to have to break out with the Brandy and the Monica. The boy is mine. I'm sorry that you seem to be confused. He belongs to me. Look, I remixed it. But yeah, they were going back. I'm like, now if you with Brent, why is you on this woman about her man? Alexis. Then, you know, she said, Divine trying to be classy and ladylike, and I agree with London there. She seems to try to carry herself. She tells nephew Tommy, we solid. I don't know what she got going on. Me and London are solid. Take off the gloves. I'm ready to fight for my man, you know. Alexis heard that she want to fight her. She said, you get drugged. You get drugged up here. And now my opinion is she would get drugged. Because usually when it's a lot of mouth, it ain't a lot of punch. She said, you don't want this smoke. And I don't think she do, Divine. I don't think she do. I don't know. But that was it. All is fair in love. I need you guys to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Pull up and pour yourself a cup of something nice and strong. And let's get into it. I don't know who the final 3 couples are going to be. I feel like there's one more monkey wrench coming. I really do. This whole hexagon thing with, I don't think that thing is cleared up. There's no clarity there. I would assume that Ashima and Darren, Mario and Tundi will make it to the final 3. This other mess, I don't have a clue. I don't even know which one of them gonna end up with the other one, if at any. I don't know. It's a mess, and I'm here for it. I hope you guys enjoyed the review. Hope you enjoyed my mixtape. Can't wait to see you next week. Again, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I am Locks, Coffee, and Convo. C. Nicole, I'm your host. Come in anytime, pull up, and pour yourself a cup, something nice and strong.